Awesome. Good morning, guys. My name is Jeannette. I'm with Jamie Elite Team, newly branded. Very excited to be here with you guys today. I'm also in the Freedom Network. And on Wednesdays, I call our class today, Wednesdays Unplugged. It's about really what comes about and, having all the master of the minds really come together and have different discussions that are going to help all of us elevate our game. So, I welcome all of you to definitely unmute yourself, talk freely, let's have conversations. Today, I definitely want to talk about lead generation. That's something that in my team, we've been actively speaking about, finding out different newness, as we entered into kind of a new market, right? Our clients are changing. What's really happening, what's really working for us. I can share my personal experience. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. And for me, about 80 to 85% of my business is all my SOI, my sphere of influence, my past clients, my referrals. And so that right there for me, it's always been eye-opening when I do my numbers and get to really see where everyone's coming from. And so for me is making sure that I am putting my time, my effort, and all I can give to those past clients, those relationships, the partner referrals. And so, that's truly what I really want to discuss today. I do want to share that for myself, I set a calendar on a weekly basis. I have every single day, I focus on different things that has to do with lead generation. And so, for example, if for example, Wednesdays, today is my Wednesday, I tend to focus on my SOI, so past clients. And I actually also start entering into the current clients that I am working with to see if there's opportunity to schedule them for the weekend. And so that's part of my lead generation on a Wednesday, for example. So I could break it down to you guys. Mondays usually tends to be my back office day. However, I do interact with people online, virtually, social media. It's a huge lead generation for myself. I transitioned a couple years ago into a different new market. So a lot of my clients are in a different state. And so I can't personally be there, right? I can't show up at their door and do a little pop-by gift, but I can reach out to them social media. I can, connect with them via text or phone call. So Monday, Tuesday, tends to be back office planning day, right? Getting all the meetings out of the way. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is strictly for me lead generation. So focusing on my past clients, my current clients, focusing on agents as well that are partners with me through different markets, and scheduling clients. So that gives me opportunity. If someone wants to see homes over the weekend, I get them lined up already Wednesday, Thursday. So my weekend is already scheduled with clients, right? And then on my Fridays, I actually have that open to more of partner relationships. So whether there's other agents that I want to meet in person, also partner vendors, those type of things. And so that all, comes about. Honestly, it's like a whole roller coaster, but it comes together in a big circle for lead gen, because even when I meet with potential partners, there's some of you here that I've had referrals from. We meet in person, we talk about that. What does that look like? The structure of that and my relationship that I'm going to build with you and the client. Also with vendors, if you're meeting them on a Friday, having lunch or breakfast, you can talk about potentially getting some mutual clients together and how to about that. But yeah, I've been chatting a lot. Wanted to hear from anyone. If anyone has anything they want to kind of share that they personally are doing in their business that is definitely elevated or client a lot more clients. Would love to hear it from you.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Good morning. So this is Rondra Bolden. I'm here in Orlando, Florida. And so for our business, so I work with my husband, we're a team, the Bolden team. And so for our business, actually 95% of our business comes from referrals, either referrals from agents outside of the area or from our past clients, and also referrals from our sphere of influence. And so when Jeannette talks about, things that you can do, especially out the gate, when it comes to building your business and keeping your business afloat, digging into that database, number one, making sure that everyone is actually in your database. And I mean everyone. So you don't forget them and let them slip through the cracks. So making sure everyone is in your database. And I love, Jeannette, how you said you actually have your days broken down on the type of lead generation that you're doing. Because I think that also helps kind of bring down some of the feeling overwhelmed when it's time to make those calls in your database. So I like that. So I'm going to implement that in my business.
Thank you. Yeah, I think, we get overwhelmed, especially where do I even start? Who do I call today? Your goal, you say your goal for, let's say 10, right? Rule of thumb, 10 calls a day. But really, who are you going to call? And then you start going through your phone. Well, you don't want to miss out on past relationships. So yeah, I recently went into the MLS, which everyone here has. If you have an MLS, you have access to the production report for the agents. And so I actually do that for myself. And I go through every address that I have and making sure my clients, like you said, Rondra, that they're on the database. And so, I've been guilty of that where all of my clients, especially since I've moved to different brokerages and different systems that you have, are not in the database. So printing that out, highlighting it, going back, even if you have to go back to your public record and reference your contracts in the past to find that client's information, make sure that you're fully putting it in your database. I would also say, just do a spreadsheet outside first and then import that in your database. So you always have a copy as well. Awesome. And I know I have someone here. I don't know if you'll be able to speak with Thibaut. I would love to hear you. I know you have a whole different market and a lot of international clients. Would love to hear how you're, getting your clientele.
Hi, I need to unmute myself. Do you hear me?
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Hi guys. Yeah, the first time I joined, I was like, let me check what it's all about and see how Jeannette is doing. So yeah, for a quick presentation, I'm French, so I have a lot of French-speaking clients. I work mainly with out-of-state buyers, a few out-of-the-country buyers. So I have Canadians.
Uh-oh, I froze. Is everybody else here? Are you everybody here?
Yeah, he froze on us.
Oh, he froze. Let's see if he comes back.
I was like,
oh, there you go. You're breaking up, sweetie. We couldn't hear you.
Like,
no, we can't hear you. Maybe take off your camera. Maybe the mic will work well.
Do you hear me now?
I think so.
Yeah, so that's how to interest through investments, I think. So from that, I got that in me to manage their properties, and I was looking for them with actually cash.
You're still very the sound is very robotic. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so excited to hear. I'm sure it's the weather. The weather's not really well.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll love to hear you. Maybe we can have something offline and where you can have we can hear more about your story and what you're doing. All right. Well, guys, anything else that anyone want to add? like Julio, I know your business is very in person with the community. Is there anything that you can share with us that could help us elevate our game? You know, I know we went from being in person all the time, you know, having meetings and events and that sort of thing with clients. But now, you know, going through COVID, having to take more of that virtual environment, which to boot is definitely shining through and building his business virtually like that. Is there anyone doing an events that are being successful in their business in person, for example?
Well, in my case, hi, good morning, everybody.
Hey.
In my case, basically what we've been doing our business is relationships and just keeping in touch with past clients as much as you can. Whoever's gonna not do business with you in the future, they won't do it again for whatever reasons. But staying in touch, you know, try either social media or just calling once in a while, and that, and as you get your referrals. And I actually started doing this yesterday, first time home buyer webinar, and I broke the ice there. First time hosting
Wow, that's
a
wonderful.
webinar. So we had some people there, and I broke the ice. So you know, so
And you
I'm
did
gonna
it
start
in
doing
English, in English and
English.
Spanish.
Well, just English. We're targeting the hometown heroes program
Yes.
that Florida has. So you know, that's one thing that I started doing right now
Yes.
for home buyers. Yeah.
I love that you brought up hometown heroes because so yesterday I've been exercising, finding ways of lead gen, right, for my team, right? I have to make sure my team is healthy. And I actually met with someone in Homes for Heroes, right? I got the demo for that. And I was actually a client of theirs many, many years ago. And I had great success with that. You know, I'm not afraid to pay for leads. I was new in the industry. I didn't know my market because I had just moved into my area as well. And coming from retail, where I worked with a lot of young professionals, but these young professionals are still in college, you know, and they couldn't, you know, they're not buying a home right now. That's not their plan. And so I had to kind of break out and I had to build my own clientele. And so I did pay for leads. Homes for Heroes was one because it's close to my heart. My husband's a disabled veteran. I like to give back to my community and I want to have a cause, right? And so I met with them yesterday for overall my team to see what their system is like now. And I know there's a lot of changes, but I have spoken to a lot of lenders. And those of you, I know there's some of you that are not in our state in Florida, but Florida has this Hometown Heroes program that is no money down. And I think they pay for part of your closing costs as well. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's the Florida's providing 5% or up to $25,000 right now. That's going to change is that they just signed a new, they just agreed to approve the budget for another $100 million, and it's going to go up to 35,000 or 5%. So if you're in a $700,000 range, you get 5% max, which is 35,000 towards down payment, closing cost. And it's a silent second mortgage that you don't have to pay until you sell it, refinance it, and at no interest. Plus the rate for the actual mortgage, it's lower than the average on the market.
Wow. See, that's so incredible. And a lot of us are unaware, you know, and definitely I would say get with your lender, get educated on who can qualify for this program. But it's not just the traditional military, law enforcement, school, doctors. There's so much more into it. There's about 60 professions under that qualify for that. For example, I have a client who's a personal trainer. And guess what? As long as he's a full-time personal trainer,
right,
he can qualify for this program. And so I would say, get with your partner, lender partner, and get educated on the professions because there's so much reach out that you can do. It's crazy. And also you add value to yourself, to your team, as well as you can probably have some referrals outside of state. Even if, if you're in Virginia, for example, or Texas, you can still promote this program and maybe reach out and get some more clients in other states or in the state of Florida, for example.
Yeah.
Love it. So I don't know if some of you have attended our Tuesday call. So we have one of our agents, Rosie, here in South Florida, and she's been prospecting to get more clientele. And one of the things that she shared, which I definitely want to put it into my game. I love the idea. It definitely stands out. As you can see, I like to stand out with my red hair. And what she does is she would mail out love letters to her community, or even some of our prospecting flyers. You can mail it out, but her special touch is the specific color of the envelope. And so if you think about it, with your psyche, if you get all your pack of mail, but you see a colored envelope in there, most likely that's the one you're going to go for, because it feels special. It feels like it's something different, invitation, something more special than just a bill, right? Or just a normal letter. And so that's been her touch. She's shared that with us, that she's doing that in her community. Her color is hot pink. So she's sending out hot pink envelopes with love letters, promoting herself and her business. And that's something that I thought, this is brilliant. Some of us get away from that personal touch, mailing things out. And so definitely going to incorporate that in my game. Courtney. Yes.
Hi, good morning.
Hey,
question. Good morning. Yeah, I'm doing a couple of different things too, but just a question for Julio, talking about doing the Zoom or webinars, if you will, is how are you advertising? Where are you posting, sending out invites to have people show up to something like that? Could you explain a little more about how you advertised your event?
Sure. How you doing? Yeah. Basically, I run Facebook ads. And I go to Facebook, the community pages, anywhere in any community page, just post it there. Neighbors, the neighborhood application, and the database that I have, about 3,500 people that I have there throughout the marketing that I do through Google pay-per-clicks. And basically you have to do it a week before. You can't just start doing it and because people will forget, and you just got to do it a week before. You got to put at least $500 to $1,000 on the budget to actually get results, and then basically just drive them in. The Facebook part, it's very tricky because Facebook changes it all the time. So the first time I ran it, I didn't get that many leads. The second time I ran it now, because it's the second time that I do it, I picked up like about 20. I'm doing it in partnership with a lender. So this guy, he taught me how to basically run his. He pulls up about 100 and something leads that go to the webinar. So, but if you want, I could show you more or less what I do. We could jump on a Zoom and I'll show you everything that I do.
Oh, that would be great. I'd love to find out some more about it. Jeannette knows I've got a young lady who's hopefully going to join us here soon, and that's one of her things she really wants to do. And it's just, and she'll be really good at it. We've got a credit repair agent and a loan officer that wants to work with her to do it. So,
Okay.
Especially for like first-time home buyers, things like that. It's just, how do we get the word out? So that I would love to be able to set up a time with you, Julio, just to, 15 minutes of your time. That would be
Sure.
awesome to share. So that'd be great. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah. And where are you at?
In
I'm
Texas.
over here I'm in Texas. Yeah, we're just outside.
Oh,
we're
okay.
in the Houston suburbs. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll
Making connections, see?
yeah, we'll hook it up. And in doing this, one of the things you're talking about, lead gen, I have just, everywhere I go now, because now I am full-time and I am, part of the team now with LPT. So I've just been pounding, giving business cards to every soul I see. So at 2 banks I happen to do business at, I've gone in, I've got two tellers now who actually want to buy houses. One's got money. One and her boyfriend and her are looking at buying a duplex together. So we've been shopping those. And then the bank called me. They actually are having a sidewalk pop-up event at one of their big branches, and they've asked me to come set up a tent and educate people. Their loan officer actually called me in. We had a coffee together the other day, and they actually want to tie in with us. Something I haven't even told Jeannette about. They just called me about this yesterday. This credit union is the official credit union of the Houston Astros.
Oh, wow.
They're talking about being able to do stuff. The Astros, the guys that win World Series and stuff. So these guys' advertising budget is crazy good. So I just got some more information on that. That's something I'm going to talk to Jeannette about too. So no, it's just getting out there. It just talk to these people. And like I said, every bank we go in, every place we do business, the guy at the print shop, he's like, oh yeah, my daughter's looking. Boom, I'm going to help her find an apartment. It doesn't pay much, but again, it's just everywhere I go, I'm giving out my brand new business cards and telling everybody it's working out. So I'm pretty happy.
Absolutely. Wow. Congratulations. That's huge.
No,
Can't wait
thank
to
you.
hear more about it when let us know when it's there, man. I'll fly over there and be with you.
That would be awesome. No, we're looking forward to ordering the display tent. I'm getting all the logos and stuff put on a tent and all of that so we can do this pop-up. And they have like 16 branches around Houston all over town. So I've got a couple of other LPT agents that I've already met here at some of the lunch and learns, and we're gonna kind of dogpile these guys while they open the door and they let us in. They're not gonna get rid of us.
Exactly. Now it's just more opportunities. Well, guys, as you can hear, a lot of the lead generation, a lot of the things we've shared here has been personal relationship building. I love hearing it, and I'm a big person on sharing with everyone that what I do. Right, I always try to pick some kind of conversation to tell people that I'm in real estate. And recently, I actually went out travel with my husband, and when we sat down we went to a bar, and we were having a drink. Instead of sitting together at a table, we sat at the bar, right? So you think about that, just sitting at the bar. Now you have a couple people around you that you can start interacting with, and the bartender. I ended up picking up a person next to me and his friend, who actually were owners of their own clothing line company. So we talked about that. They started talking real estate. Of course, South Florida is very desirable for people in California. And so we've had great relationships. I met someone else that actually has an office here and has a possible listing in Naples. So I'll be hopefully sharing that with a partner in Naples. But it's just opportunity after opportunity. You can't be afraid to speak to people, because that's all about is you meeting people, making relationships, but follow up, right? And I hope Julio mentioned it, and I'm sure all of us here have had stories about that, or even just if you're on your follow-up game, you're going to be successful. And so that is something that we're always having to ensure that we're on top of things, is following up with your clients. If you disappear for a week or two, they will forget. You got to be on them, especially if they're actively looking. You're speaking to them almost every day. Now, if they're going to be someone that's in the future, you still got to talk to them. It might not be every day, but send a message, stay connected with them. Your past clients, stay connected to them, say happy birthday, happy anniversary of their home. You sold them the home, when that time, that date was. And so I would say just focus on building those strong relationships. Adding value to your relationship would definitely make that client for life. All right. Well, if anyone wants to add anything, I would love to hear it. If not, I definitely don't, want to be appreciative of your time. And I know it's Wednesday midweek. We got lots of things happening. All right. Well, you guys have a great day. Again, this is Jeannette with the Freedom Network. And today, we had great golden nuggets about lead generation. It's all about the relationships. I would say focus on maybe getting a calendar and laying out on a daily basis what kind of lead generation you're going to do. I think that will help you get structure and be purposeful, really, for everything that you're doing on that day. So have a great day, guys. Let me know if there's anything you need, and have a great week.